Hi, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I'm so excited I was invited to be a guest designer for this December ink release for Altenew. They've got gorgeous colors, kind of a tranquility, sugar plum, and fall harvest. I ended up using the Fox, Modern Fox stamp and die for this card. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm stamping his face outline, and sometimes I think it's easier to stamp the outlines on the florals, and especially when you're doing animals, it just kind of helps you line the body up a little bit better. So I'm using pumpkin pie and yellow ochre for the fox's body. I just thought this really made a nice fox color. So again, I'm gonna start stamping it here with the pumpkin pie. Sorry for my head, you need to be over these stamps to get them lined up. So again, there's my four foxes. And you can see here I've got a little bit of a darker color around the outside. And again, that's from the yellow ochre and a rock and roll technique. So now I'm just going to add the feet and legs in black. I've moved over to making the evergreen trees, so I'm using the butternut and cloudy sky inks to make an evergreen color. So again, kind of mixing these guys together. I'm spritzing it with water to make it move, and then I'm kind of just really smooshing my tree stamp in here. And then I'm going to stamp a couple of these guys. Look at that green color you get. Again, evergreens have some blue in it, so, I really thought this was appropriate. And I then use the milk chocolate ink later to add the branches. So the next thing I'm going to do is start working on that winter sky. So I'm using Misty Morning, Pale Mauve, and Amethyst in here, kind of mixed together and, just smooshing on a piece of Bristol watercolor paper. So again, I'm adding layers here. Again, that's what you kind of have to do to get the dimension. And I like this winter sky that we've created. I did cut the front out of a hexagon die, and in the end, you'll see that I did switch over to a dark navy blue. Thought that really helped to pop the winter background and the trees and the fox off better. So this is kind of where I was doing my planning. And then here you can see is where I have the navy blue. I did cut a snowbank out of a curved die with just white cardstock to make that snowbank. And here I've attached the tree with the fox in front of him. And next thing I'm doing is just embossing the Peace on Earth sentiment. And again, I'm using the Dark Night ink from the Tranquility ink set. So, kind of give it a really bold, classic looking sentiment. Just kind of doing the heat embossing here. And then the last thing I'm going to do is play with some splatters. I was using the Nimbus ink and did some splattering. You can see I covered the top of the card up with a scratch piece of white paper. I did try to put some white gesso on here for snowflakes, but that didn't turn out so well. They kind of absorbed into the paper. So what I was left with is the blue splatter. And so here's the final card all put together. You can kind of see it's got the dimension, it's got the cute little fox. I appreciate you stopping by today. Thanks to Altenew for inviting me to be a guest designer. And this is Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Blogger, and I have a YouTube channel all named Terry's Mailbox. So look for me.